All right. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Whenever you watch this broadcast, you're watching Money Madness with yours truly, Marlo Davis. It's all about how to make money, keep money, protect money, and grow money because it is your money. And in our community, we are affectionately known as wealth creators. So I want to say, hey, wealth creators. I hope you guys had a great weekend. I had a great weekend. But I had a very interesting day. I'm going to tell you, man, that it was very interesting. And we'll talk about that another day. But, the hits just kept on hitting. But we hitting too. We're making it happen. So today, what we're going to talk about, guys, is asset protection. Wealthy people own nothing in their name. That's what we're going to talk about. That. Think about that. Asset protection. Wealthy people own nothing in their name. And there's a reason why. And we're going to talk about that in a little bit. If you just join us, click the like button, share button. Go ahead and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell so you can get all the awesome details, alerts, and things that we have to give you. You are watching Money Madness with yours truly, Marlo Davis. We're going to be right back after this commercial break. And we're going to talk about why wealthy people own nothing in their name. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, and we are back. Welcome to Money Madness. It's all about how to make money, keep money, protect money, and grow money because it is your money with Money Madness. Let me go ahead and turn off these notifications because the minute I go live, you guys want to start talking to me. And even though I love you guys, I can't talk when I'm live. Yeah, put it in the comments. That's what it's for. They'd be like, ooh, let me talk to Jean right now. I can't talk to you right now because I'm live, of course. But thank you guys for being here. While you're here, go ahead and click like, the share button. Go ahead and subscribe. We need your help, so please subscribe. Okay, we're close to our goal. Can't do it without our web creator community. And make sure you hit the bell, guys, so you can always be in the know. So we're going to talk about asset protection. Wealthy people own nothing in their name. Now, let me pull up. Let me do this right quick so I could be right here with you guys. I want to be able to see your comments. Drop a comment below. Let me know how you've been enjoying our show. And we got a lot of stuff that's coming up. And I'm so very grateful and thankful for everything that we are doing and what we're going to be adding to the show and how we're going to be helping a lot of people, guys. So I'm so excited. So thank you for being here. Let's dive right into asset protection. Wealthy people own nothing in their names. What you want to do right now, you want to go grab a pad, grab a pen so you can take copious notes so you can understand why we call ourselves wealth creators. One of the first principles of money, I'm going to talk about it. And then I'm going to talk about the second law of money. And this is what you need to understand. So we always say life begins at a positive cash flow. Rule number one of money is 9 words, okay? Use your surplus income to purchase income producing assets. That's what we call that residual income, that money that you're making in your sleep, that money that you don't have to worry about. It's kind of like passive. You're not trading time for dollar money. It's that money that you're making in your sleep. Like they always say, I've been taught all my business life that profits are better than wages. I said again, profits are better than wages. So that those 9 words are the first rule of money. Use your surplus income to purchase income producing assets. Now, if you say, I don't have any surplus income. That's a problem because you want to create multiple streams of income. It's all about getting out of the rat race. That's one thing that I used to love about playing cash flow with what's his name, Robert Kiyosaki created that game. I used to play it with my children. We used to have cash flow parties back in the day, and our kids got so good that they were some of the administrators at the table, checking people cards, making sure they did it right, understood whether or not they got the rat race, and that helped them a lot. But a lot of times, guys, we forget that that's the first rule of money. I'm going to talk about asset protection in just a second, but we forget that's the first rule of money. When you're working, it should not be that you only have one source of income. That's very dangerous, especially in the world that we live in, especially with things just being up in the air and so many things are happening. Now, I don't know if you saw this, but, I saw that CNN fired a few people because they were not vaccinated. I mean, what kind of world are we living in now, man? So now, and everybody have their opinions, but man, why they couldn't wear a mask? Huh, Bruce? Why they couldn't wear a mask? I thought the mask stopped the transmission. I thought the mask stopped transmission. Don't get me started, but so things are really changing in the world today. So you got to make sure that you're focusing on income producing assets that will allow you to live the type of lifestyle you want to live with, regardless of going to work, man. I mean, you think about young people that are out here, singers or rappers or dancers or actors. They might rap, but then, I mean, they get into real estate or they get into various different things. And I'm looking at recently, Rihanna just became a billionaire with her deal with Fenty and all the things that she's doing with her music and other things, but she didn't make her billions from the music. She made it from the deals that she's doing. Okay. And who she's working with on corporate levels and things of that nature. And so the main thing is, I want you to think about, how can I increase my income? How can I go from just trading time for dollars, where I have something that is working for me on my behalf? I don't care if you start today, guys. It's amazing what 12 to 18 months can do to change your financial situation when you are focused on it. Is when you take the time to really look at where you are, okay, and come up with a game plan. And if you don't know what game plan to come up with, hey, just go to our website, theluckfirmllc.com. I think it's scrolling down below, theluckfirmllc.com. Go there and get your free 15-minute consult so we can talk about this. These are the things that you need to talk about. Asset protection, debt eradication, dealing with taxes, these things that plague your income, that eat up your income, that don't allow. I talked about this as an ex-IRS auditor. I understood that there's two tax codes, personal and commercial. And if you stay on the personal side, meaning that you work a job, you lose a third of your income to taxes. That's the main thing that most wealthy people think about. How can I protect my assets from paying, stupid amounts of money in taxes? That's one thing that they focus on. Whereas as an employee, just working a job alone, and you don't have a business, which is the commercial side of it, guys, now you're losing thousands and thousands of dollars in taxes. Okay. So we're going to talk about asset protection and why wealthy people own nothing in their name. So I gave you the first rule of money. You want to get to a positive cash flow. Use your surplus income to purchase income producing assets. Building wealth begins with a positive cash flow. You need to put that on a wall or on a mirror in your home or something to remind you. Building wealth begins with a positive cash flow. I talk to my children all the time and I say, God forbid, that our children will not have to worry about taking care of us when we get elderly or when we pass, worrying about, oh God, how I'm going to, when the time comes, pray to God, not to decades and decades away, how we're going to, bury our parents and things of that nature. Wealthy people leave their children assets. We leave them debt and in crisis. When I said, not us, but other people who are not wealthy, I just say the poor and middle class leave debt. Huh? Okay. The leave debt and bills and heartaches and pains and things of that nature. That's what they leave. So we want to talk about asset protection. And as a wealthy person, what do wealthy people do? First of all, write down. So make sure you put down building wealth begins with a positive cash flow. That's something that you want to do. Building wealth begins with a positive cash flow. That's the main thing that you want to start with. Okay. And then the second law of money is wealthy people don't own much. I said it again. Wealthy people don't own much. Okay. Being financially free does not mean that you personally own a lot of assets. It means the complete opposite. Wealthy people hardly have anything in their name. Understand that. They hardly have anything in their name. They use the protection of a company or corporation. Okay, you need to write that down. Use the protection of a company or corporation. They buy assets in the name of their company. You become the representative of said company. Okay. Whether you buy property or other assets, you act as a facilitator of each and every deal. Okay. For example, wealthy people will go out there and purchase an apartment complex or multi unit building, or even if they purchase a home, but before they sign that paper, they make sure that it is quick deed to the LLC. Now, what I tell everybody, if you don't know the different tax identities, sole proprietor, LLC, C Corp, S Corp, partnership, limited partnership, all those different things, and you try to wonder which one should I be? I don't know. Your biggest thing, I was watching this movie and the guy said, this guy had came into some money and he said, well, first thing, he was talking to a wealthy guy. He said, the first thing you got to think about is taxes, because the more money you have, if you don't protect your assets, you're going to pay a boatload of money in taxes. Sandy Bockins, who is a IRS attorney, he trains a lot of the IRS auditors like myself when I used to be one and things of that nature. He said you have to be absolutely brain dead today to not have some kind of business, guys, some kind of business. So like I said, a wealthy person would buy a home and they would quick deed the home to their LLC. They'll buy a car, and instead of being in their personal name, they'll quick deed that car into their LLC. Now, what I like about an LLC is a limited liability corporation. It's like a hybrid, if you will. None of the responsibilities of a C Corp or S Corp, but it's kind of got some of the benefits of a corporation, but none of the headaches. You don't have to file two taxes, personal and the business. You only have to file one tax. You attach your 1040 with your Schedule C, which is your profit and loss statement that go on the line on the 1040 where income is, and boom, you're good to go. What I like about the LLC is that if you are sued personally, no one can come after your liability, your LLC assets. If someone sues the LLC, they can't come after your personal assets. I want you to think like wealthy people. Wealthy people, they don't want to have okay, let me back up. Have you ever seen some of these celebrities or someplace where they get sued, and you know they play football, you know they're an actor, you know they this and that, but they'll go to court and say they own nothing. Have you seen that before, Bruce? Where they say, I don't own anything. I don't own anything. But they are the facilitator of that company. They understand asset protection, because the minute you get money, the minute you blow up and grow, people are always looking to do that favorite thing. They looking to sue. How can I sue? How can I get some money? Let me read this before I move on. Wealth creators own very little in their name. We say we are wealth creators. You got to get to that point where you own very little in your name. Their corporations are the true owners of income producing assets. There are two major reasons why a corporation is used. Okay. Now, I touched on it a little bit. I talked about the tax advantages. I do workshops that I talk about the most common tax deductions you qualify for as a business owner: mileage, meals, entertainment, travel, supplies. You can hire people in your business. You can hire your spouse. You can hire your children in your business and get the write off the wages. That's the reason why people who had a business were able to apply for the PPP loan. Whether you was a sole proprietorship, an LLC, a C Corp, S Corp, whatever the case may be, you were in business and you was able to get a loan, because there's so many perks to being a business owner. Business owner qualify when they legally, ethically, and morally strive to build their business with the intent to make a profit. They qualify for hundreds of tax deductions. They get to write off their mileage, their meals, their entertainment, their travel, a portion of their lights, gas, water, their mortgage, their rent, hire their children, their supplies, advertising, website, all these different things. It goes on and on and on. So what that does is, as I teach people as an ex-IRS auditor, what that does, it lowers your tax liability. Now, when you are a sole proprietor, you're going to get hit with that 15% self-employment tax. But if you are a C Corp or S Corp, still, you still getting hit with that 15%. And you might say, okay, well, how is that? Because as a corporation, you have to now hire yourself as a W-2 employee, not no 1099. You have to, if you're an officer, go look it up, go Google it so you can know that I'm telling you the truth. You have to hire yourself as a W-2 employee, which means that you need to be taking out employee tax, 7.5%. Okay. Now, you own the corporation, you're taking out 7.5% that you're putting over there in escrow or whatever. Okay. You got to pay those employee taxes. And then as an employee pays 7.5% on the W-2 end. So that's still 15. So you got to look at what's my strategy here, but you still qualify for hundreds of tax deductions. You got to look at that S Corp and the C Corp. You look at this as a passer through. I don't have to pay so much money on a certain amount. I can park this here and I can say I paid myself this. So it's very important, if you're going to really play the game of wealth, that you have a partner that, if you're married, I'm talking to the married people right now. If you are married and you guys want to live an abundant life, and you guys got to talk about this. Everybody is not good with money. Decide who is good with money in the house. Sit down and have a conversation about the end game. What is our end game? What is it that we're striving to do within the next 12 to 18 months? And as our business grow, we need to look at converting some of the properties. If you have properties, your car, you go buy a car, you need to go ahead and get you an LLC and quick deed it to that. You need to have an umbrella with your different businesses and things of that nature. Everything is on Google, YouTube. You can learn all this stuff in good books that you can read. The next time I give you guys some resources that you can read that really break this down, because what I see is that a lot of people are living from paycheck to paycheck. So they don't have time to really think like this or break down how they need to build their portfolio. What they need to look for is taxes, what they need to look for as, assets. How can we build income producing assets? What we need to do to make sure our assets are not threatened, because people know that you got money, and now they come up with all sorts of things to see how they can get money. You got to make sure that you are able to protect your assets. So tax advantages, they said the two major reasons why a corporation is used is the tax advantages. It is awesome, awesome, awesome. And then we're going to talk about protection. You are watching the Gene Marlo Davis. Oh, not Gene Marlo Davis. Look at me. It is money. You are watching. It's Monday. It's all about money. You are watching Money Madness with yours truly, Gene Marlo Davis. It's all about how to make money, keep money, protect money, and grow money, because it's all your money. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Stand by. And we are back. Thank you so much for tuning into Money Madness. You just joined us. I am Gene Marlo Davis. I am a wealth creator. You're a wealth creator too. And that's what we're talking about right now. We're talking about creating wealth. We're talking about asset protection. Wealthy people own zero things or a few things in their name. And we're talking about why you need to do that. If you missed it, the first part of the show, then all you got to do, guys, when it uploads, just go back and watch it from the beginning, its entirety. I'm telling you, you want to take notes and you want to start. This is a good conversation to have at the dinner table with your spouse. If you're by yourself, to have the conversation with yourself, like, okay, do I have any income producing assets? Do I have, let's even go back further with that. Do I have any surplus money that I can invest instead of going to get a doodad, which is another big screen TV, another toy, another car note, another whatever? You have to have these hard conversations with your spouse, and you have to look at what is our ultimate goal. Because when your credit start going up, your credit look good, you're going to get more credit card offers, you're going to get car offers, you're going to get all loan offers, all these different offers, because they see you as their asset. And they see you as their income producing, another stream of income. That's what they're looking at. And so you have to look at, okay, just because we can get it don't necessarily mean that we need to get it. Now, if you're using it for your business and you're using it for a tax write-off, you go to publication 463, and I think it's section 17. It talks about travel, meals, and entertainment. It talks about how to use your car for business and what you can write off, what you can't write off, the standard mileage rate or actual expenses. And it talks about depreciation and things of that nature. You can go to irs.gov and go to that website. But you have to think about this. What are we doing? Are we just working to pay bills? Are we looking at, and depending on your age, you definitely need to be looking at, where am I? Where do I want to go? And how soon do I want to get there? And what tools do I have? And what can I leverage to help me to get there? Do I have a coach that can help me? Do I have an asset protection company that can help me to set up these things and make sure that what I own, it is protected? Somebody just asked me that. I need to call them back. Somebody just asked me about what they need to do. I need to make sure I look out, especially for the elderly, man. You got a lot of elderly people, you got children, and you're thinking about what should I do? You know, I own a home. Who should I make the benefactor of? What should I do? It's things that you can do to make sure that your property and when it's time for you to go, that your property is protected, that you're not having a big fight after the funeral, that people are acting a fool because they don't know what's what. So let's get back to the two major reasons why a corporation is used: for tax advantages and for asset protection. Because number one, the more money you get, it's like you being a target. People can sue for any old thing. They step on your floor, twist their ankle, and try to look at how can I get some money now? And I want to get medical, and I want to get this, that, and the other. And I want to say, oh, now I need some work because I can't work now. Just so many different things. So you have to think about that. I remember watching, this was years ago, that Candy Burris of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. She's a multi-millionaire. She's a millionaire before she even went on that show. She still is a millionaire. She do big things. She in the restaurant business, write songs, the whole thing. I don't have to give her a bio, okay? But one of her employees wanted to sue her, saying that he worked for her. He didn't get paid what he should have got paid, and just all this, that, and the other. And one of the things that you got to think, when you blow up, you really have to think like a corporation. You need to have attorneys. I'm talking about tax attorneys. I'm talking about asset protection attorneys. I'm talking about civil attorneys that can be ready for any civil suits. You need to have a relationship with a banker. You need to have a relationship with an investor. You need to have a relationship with, like I said, a tax attorney, someone that understands and can protect you with the taxes, so you're not being sued by the Internal Revenue Service or property being seized and things of that nature. You got to understand the chessboard, and you got to understand what each piece does and how each piece moves and how it is beneficial to the game in your life, right? So, she talked about, when she got more money, how she started becoming prone to these lawsuits, Bruce. Just people want to sue, and a lot of times people inside your circle too. It was people inside the circle that want to sue, and you have to develop mental toughness. You have to develop it, because sometimes we ask God for certain things that we may not be mentally prepared for it. And I love what my mentor used to say. If you are a softie, you're tenderhearted, and you're this and that, he said, if you're going to go into real estate, make sure you have somebody else to run that for you. You're going to go into business, make sure you have somebody else that run that for you, because then you're going to be trying to run a charity, and, you're not going to charge the right prices, and you pretty much just need to be giving the business away because you don't have confidence in yourself. The same thing when it comes to asset protection. You got to make sure you have the right people in place doing the right things. You got to know, you sit down and talk about, okay, how can we legally, ethically, and morally protect our assets from high taxes and from being sued? Those are the two things that most wealthy people are looking at, right? Yeah. They're looking at, I don't want to pay a whole bunch of damn taxes, and I don't want to be getting sued. And if I am getting sued, I want to make sure that I pay little to no money on it. I want to make sure I have a good attorney that can fight for me, and so I can sleep at night and I can go look at another investment. Okay. Being sued, they can't. Okay, so we said the second one is major reasons is protection. They cannot claim assets in your business. For example, in a company, you own absolutely nothing, but you control everything. That's sexy right there. I think that is sexy. Look, Bruce, you own absolutely nothing, but you control everything. That's something you need to put on your wall that I need to have a company that I don't own anything, but I control everything. And how can I control everything? It's because I am the representative of that company. Okay. I'm the one that make the decisions, right? That is just smooth. That's why you need to get a good attorney that understands this setup, right? And it says individuals, what they do, they earn, they pay taxes, and then they live. Wealthy people, companies, they earn, they live, and then they pay taxes. And so that's what you got to understand. I've been piping for years. You need a business. 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 And people will reach out to me and say, well, what kind of business do I need? And I will honestly ask, well, what is it that you're striving to do? Well, I don't know. Well, call me back when you figure out what you want to do. You know, Robert Kiyosaki said, when you don't know, when you got to ask people a bunch of questions about money and things of that nature, you're like a chicken waiting to be plucked. Anybody can sell you on anything. You want to make sure that you increase your financial knowledge. You want to increase your financial IQ. That you want to take some time every day. I live by this principle. Every day, I'm going to learn something new and I'm going to apply it. I love doing these shows. I love coming on here, sharing information because it allows me to do my research and it allows me to apply it. I am a wealth creator and so are you. And we want to make sure you understand the principles of wealth, about looking to get passive income, that life starts at a positive cash flow, that making sure you have multiple streams of income, and the surplus income, you're taking it, right? And you are investing in multiple streams and building assets, income producing assets that allow you to live the type of life you want to live. And then in turn, while you're building assets, you want to make sure that you have asset protection from what? I said from taxes, as well as protection from being sued. These are the two things that wealthy people focus on. And that's what you want to focus on. And if you need more help, guys, there are several ways you can get in touch with us. If you need help growing your business, your brand, marketing, all that stuff, you could go to the luckfirmllc.com. That's scrolling already. But if you're saying, Gene, I need help with tax organization, I don't know what tax identity. I owe the IRS over 10K. I'm just in a hot mess. I don't know what to do. I don't know what setup I have. I have some kind of setup. I think somebody set me up as an S Corp, or I think somebody set me up at LLC. You don't know what your tax responsibility is. You don't know when your tax year ends. You just know that somebody told you to be an LLC. Somebody told you to be an S Corp. Somebody told you to be somebody. Who is these somebody? Are these somebody's qualified? I just want to know. Like somebody told me to do this. I was reading somewhere. Somebody said, look, and then when you get in trouble, that somebody ain't nowhere. Can't find them. So you want to work with intelligent judgment. You want to make sure that you get sound advice from a credible source. And if you need help, go to tiffisllc.com. tiffisllc.com. Click on the contact us form and fill it out so we can give you a free 15-minute consult and talk about your affairs, whether it deals with taxes, whether it deals with finances, whatever it is. We are here to help you to sleep better at night. So listen, I wanted to come on here really quick and not be long tonight, because some people start going to sleep when you start talking about asset protection. You know, you start talking about asset protection, taxes. I think I need to, spoon feed you a little bit and not give you too much, because then when I start diving into tax identities and, what's the responsibilities and all these different forms, 941 ESs and all these other things, you might be looking at me like this. Okay, Miss Davis, no. So I just wanted you to understand. I'm going to read something again that I want you to remember. The first rule of money: use your surplus income to purchase income producing assets. Building wealth begins with a positive cash flow. If you don't have surplus income, you got to learn how you can get residual income. How can you get another stream of income? And the second law of money is wealthy people don't own anything. Or they don't own much. Okay. These are the things that you want to think about, guys. You want to think about this. Wealth creators own very little in their own names. Individuals earn, pay taxes, and live, while wealthy people have companies that earn, they live, and they pay taxes. That's the setup. I hope that this helped you, and I hope if you have any questions, you got our information on how we can get in touch with you. We owe the IRS over 10K, and you want to look at how you can settle the debt, tiffinsllc.com. And we want to, this is all about helping you to grow your portfolio and to protect it at the same time. Okay? All right. So I hope you enjoyed the show. My name is Jean Marlo Davis. I am a wealth creator. You're a wealth creator too. And I want you to know that you can have, you can be, you can do anything. But let's make sure that what you're having, you're being, and you're doing, that we make sure that we protect what you earn, protect it. So it's not about how much you make. It's about how much you keep. And we want to make sure that you keep a lot of money so you can go out there and do what? Build more assets. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. You've been watching Money Madness with yours truly, Jean Marlo Davis. All about how to make money, keep money, protect money, grow money. Do me an awesome favor, wealth creators. Wealth creators, you're listening. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. We need you. We appreciate you. If you got any value from this broadcast or any one of our broadcasts, listen, just click the like, share a video if you will, subscribe, and hit the bell so you can always be in the know with us. We say thank you for watching. We appreciate you very much. And I look forward to seeing you this Thursday on the Jean Marlo Davis Show at 7:30 p.m. God bless. Have a great day. And make sure you go back and watch this video again and leave us a comment below. Take care and good night.